what we're going to do here now I've gone through and I cleaned up my line work a little bit to make sure, like right here it's a little funky, but that's okay for now. So what we're going to do here is we want to establish a light source, which I'm putting right there to the upper left, okay? Which means that everything away from that over here, so our shadow value, we're going to be showing our shadow value through our line quality, okay? So where you would have a shadow, we're going to go with a darker line, and we want that line to be a nice, elegant, thin, thick line, okay? And the same thing here underneath. Can be where the feet hit the ground, here, that kind of stuff, okay? And what we're going to do here, I'll leave this light on here. Oops. We're going to go here to our width tool, and we don't have to activate the line. So we're going to go here to our width tool. I want to grab it. Oops. I'm on the wrong layer. What is it doing? It's not showing the right tool. There it goes. Okay. So this one I can go a little fatter over here. Back here. Oops. Now I'm going a little thicker on this back line here because that'll separate the drawing from the background, from that fin on the back. I'm going to go a little heavier down here. I tend to kind of establish my thicker lines. A little thicker here. Now, there's two things you're doing with the line here, by the way. You're establishing where the light is, and you're also separating things. So sometimes I might thicken up a line that technically I wouldn't because of the lighting, but it works better on the drawing. And things that are underneath I tend to thicken up. Okay? And I'm going to go through here, like here, right here. I want that. I want this. I'm going pretty heavy on this, which is fine. I want to get a big fat inked line. Oops. Oops, too much. So when it pinches like that, see how it pinched right there? Find the sort of center point. I think it's like here. Yeah, see, it's there. And it will pull it that way. Now, what's going to happen is once I determine this, then I have to kind of start going back and making everything sort of balance. Make sure that it's reading. I want it to read really well. I'm going to leave that lighter, that line right there. See, like this one would also catch light, but I'm probably going to fatten it up a little bit so it separates out. Not quite as fat as this one. This one actually could go thinner too. Okay, and I'm going to go through the whole thing, and then once we get through with that, then we can add our color. Okay, so eventually we'll put a color layer to start here. Okay, but we don't want to do that before we get all our line work established. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here, so we have our line work layer, okay? And this is, obviously I haven't finished this, but that's okay for now. So I will go, let's just use this, it's fine. I'm going to create another layer. I'm going to call it color. So what we want to do here is we want to block out this whole shape, okay? I'm going to lock off my line work. So the first part of this, and you guys will have a nice fatter line, we want to just, and I'm going to get sloppy here for speed. But just stay behind your line. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it. Just as long as it's not over or under your line. So I'm going to go through here. And I'm just going to go around the whole perimeter of this because the majority of this character is like one color. And it just helps, if you come from painting, you'll know, it just helps to kind of block in a whole color, and then we can work off of it. Okay, so you guys understand I'm going to go around the whole perimeter of this thing, correct? Okay, so then what are we going to end up with is a line so we're going to end up with that, okay? And then what we're going to do is go here to our fill, and we're going to fill it with our overall color, okay? So now we've got a starting point, okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build one more layer for color, and let's call it color detail. And what I'm going to start doing here is I'm going to start blocking out my interior shapes. Same way we just did the outside shapes. And you can, I don't care how you color this, you don't have to follow in, you know, whatever this thing actually looks like. Why is that not picking that up? Let's go to some red. Okay, and then I'm going to come through here. Don't be sloppy like I just did there. These things here. Oops, I picked the wrong tool. And the beauty of it is once you have that nice thick thin line, all you have to do is just stay behind that line, which is pretty easy to do. Okay, so I'm going to start blocking these out. Like that. Okay, now our next thing we're going to do is then we'll go to value. Okay, but for now let's get our colors blocked out. Okay, does that make sense?